All right, it looks like we are live LIVE. Welcome, everybody. One second, folks. Cool. Morning, guys. Happy Monday. As you might notice, I don't know, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I've switched my office location. We are in a new home office. I've moved my office now to the guest bedroom because now I can officially stand up with this desk, and we very infrequently have guests over at the house, so not complaining about it. But it's been a nice little switch up here. This is kind of the first day with it. Now I got my old office kind of as my man cave. I've got the gaming setup in there now, so pretty fun. Oh, no way. We got a Syracuser in the chat. I grew up in Syracuse, as I'm sure I've probably mentioned just about every time someone brings up Syracuse in the chat. But yeah, it's I know my folks were sending me some videos. It's quite snowy out there. It's truly winter back home now. So yeah, we'll get some charts pulled up here. Guys, market's hotter today. The market is 100% hotter today. We have a lot of runners, finally. We have NCT right now. This is probably turning into my top watch for the morning, mainly because we got a fake trend break here, straight back to a recovery, fake breakdown, straight into a breakout. It's acting just as it should. I'm not too confident in AMA or Omaha, as I've been calling it all morning, just for fun. Whoops. We just kind of got a fake pre-market high break there. I don't love it. You know which one does look a lot stronger than it should right now is FTEL. Generally speaking, this is a chart that I would expect to go red, and instead we're holding up. We had just broke down, fake breakdown, now we're starting to curl. This is a pretty strong chart. The daily chart on this is not my favorite, but it's holding up better than it should, and we've got market momentum. And when we've got market momentum, the daily chart matters a little bit less. So, definitely something I'm going to be keeping an eye on here. FTEL, NCT. Again, I don't really like AMA. This is a fresh chart. It's not true IPO, but we are getting a fake breakdown here, so we'll see. But again, we just kind of had this fake high-day breakout. Nothing really special coming on it. NCT honestly looking like a little bit of a fake high-day breakout as well. But yeah, I mean, we've got some decent movers today. QTTB, I don't like gap up breakouts. QTTB is a gap up breakout through 380 was the breakout level. But it's holding up pretty well in pre-market. I don't like gap up breakouts all that much. So probably going to be an avoid from my end. NCT failing pretty hard here, which is unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, we got some decent movers this morning, which is really good news. So QTTB, NCT, FTEL, Kala is my top watch. That's right, Kala. We got a pretty notable pumper on this one. I don't remember his name. David Lazar. David Lazar pumped NBY back in August for like a 500 or 600% run. Kala's got a third-day surge daily chart to it. I actually made money on it long this morning. By the way, just a reminder, with Trade Funder, you can trade 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. I bought the long here at $1, and it was a really nice trade. Got all out. Not all out. I got out like 80% of my trade, 130 to 150. Tried buying this dip here in the 120s, and then cut as we rebroke lows. But ended up being a nice win on that one. Still one of my bigger wins of the day. So yeah, I mean, it was a very good trade opportunity there. And again, reminder, with Trade Funder, you can trade 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. for trades like these, for the trades that we're talking about here in pre-market. I mean, I didn't like the long on AMA, but I mean, there was a chance for a 50% mover there. Buying this breakout here at $8 went to 13. I mean, even FTEL just buying these high day breaks, or this breakout here at 110. Really nice moves all the way around. We've had some really nice pre-market moves, and I hope that we get this continuation into market open. But I just wanted to send that reminder out there. We'll be talking about Trade Funder in a little bit. Let's see how you guys doing this morning. I don't like QTTB all that much, to be honest with you. It's just not. I don't like gap up breakouts. What about SMX? Guys, I'm not gonna lie. SMX is kind of feeling like overextended gap down vibes today. It's not terrible, but there are other opportunities. So you got to remember what happens when we start getting other runners, right? When we start getting other runners, what eventually happens is previous runners, especially ones that were really just up thanks to a short squeeze, they tend to get forgotten about. People aren't buying them as much. And again, we're playing with an overextended gap down today. I personally am going to be avoiding SMX on the long side. I'm kind of a fake breakdown here. Fake breakdown. I mean, if we get back over this 1140 high, that's or 1150, I guess. That's pretty bullish. Let's see here. We got Mark from Rochester, New York. Beautiful. I went to school in Rochester. It's actually where I met Matt Monaco. Kind of. I met him in Syracuse, but got to know him pretty well in Rochester. So we got about 4 minutes before the market opens. Right now, just being patient, just trying to chill. We got a lot of movers this morning, and when we have a lot of movers, generally speaking, one or two of them will work. Connie, I don't have a discount code. There is no code. But what I'll tell you is this, Connie, if you're having problems, do me a favor. When you go to Trade Funder's website, message the support team, support@tradefunder.com. Just email them. Let them know you're trying to sign up with the discount link and that it's not working, and they will help get you situated, okay? And they'll make sure to get you the discount too. Yeah, Kala, again, Kala is, where did Kala go? Here it is. Kala is my top watch today on the long side. NCT was one of my top watches, and now it's failing pretty hard. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. Kala, it's a third-day surge. The daily chart is a great chart. Again, we got a pumper on the scene. Love to see pumpers doing their job, pumping. So, yeah, again, just really being patient. FTEL, I think, could set up for something fun. QTTB, I am personally going to avoid this one like the plague. I hope it works for anyone that is considering it, but I'm not a big fan of it personally. Got a lot of movers to watch today, though, which is, good to hear, good to see. Oh, what else do we have? Just getting a couple other things ready here on my end. I think good. Okay, I think I got everything I'm looking for. Cool. Well, folks, we got 1 minute until the market opens, so let's make the most of it. Let's hope for a good day out here in the markets. It's December. Let's rock and roll. Again, Kala will be my top watch going into this morning. And ding, 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 indeed, the market is open. Kala, I'm going to be patient on daily chart setups like this. I don't like to just get super aggressive right out of the gates. Like to let it set up first. Again, a good daily chart setup should run all day if it's worth its salt, so they say. All right, something like that. I don't know if that's the exact term, the exact phrase, but I could see getting real weird with it. NCT, what a bummer. FTEL is indeed getting a bit weird with it. It's up in the 130s now. Kala, big rejection here so far. Going to move this QTTB. Honestly, impressive swipe. SMX playing out an overextended gap down pattern right now. Again, not super bullish on this one today. AMA, big failure there. Again, as I was just saying, I really like letting these trades play out as best as they can, asbestos they can, if you will. I don't know what I just said, but words came out of my mouth. AMA, SMX, both trying to halt down right now. Kala just going to try to wait for this to, again, prove itself, do its thing. There's an argument for a buy over 140. There's definitely an argument for that type of buy. I will personally, it's going to depend on how it does it, really, I guess is how I'm trying to say that for me. Ama said, just kidding. We're going to go back to highs. Good. FTEL, weak, not what you want to see. But again, oh man, QTTB, listen, I didn't like it. I said I don't like gap up breakouts. I can admit I was wrong on this one. I can admit I was wrong so far. So here's the problem. We've talked about gap up breakouts before. It's not that they don't offer trades. It's that generally speaking, they're a lot choppier than they should be. We see a lot of chop in the first hour or two. We might see a big fade into midday, and then we'll see a recovery end of day. I would rather let these stocks set up throughout the day and prove that they actually want to keep holding their breakout. That's my take on gap up breakouts. And, right now it's working quite well. So, again, that's on me. Kala, I'll probably give it an attempt. I'm not super confident in this being the level quite yet, but I am confident enough to take small size through 140, risking that 121 low. So risking roughly 20 cents a share and hoping to be able to add into this position if it starts to work. That is how I would like to see this play out personally. I'm a dip and rip potential. This has no news. This is a foreign company. It's Dubai, so UAE. Weird. It's weird. A very strange movement. I am personally not going to take it just because I think the risk is a bit weird on it. But I do think there's like this. I don't think would be a bad attempt. I personally am just trying to avoid the stress of that. But this is one that I could see going like $20. It's just got no news. Very low float, very manipulated, but not in a bad way. It's not been really choppy. We got this kind of fake high a day break here during pre-market through like 1260. It didn't have that much volume on it, which to me tells me that people didn't get truly bagged. So, I don't think it's a bad attempt through highs. I'm just personally not going to take it. Kala, I'm getting ready for this entry here through 140. I've got a stop order ready to go. So should just enter me if we break out, and then I will set my stop down there at 121 against that low. FTEL being a bit of a pain. QTTB broke pre-market highs. Really nice trade. Again, I just didn't have any faith in it. SMX halted down. NCT bleed out just about red. We're going to take that one off the chart. Take on me. Oh, I got in Kala. Nice. Got filled at 141. So I'm risking 20 cents a share right now on the dot. Again, starter size. Because I've said this time and time again, and I stand by it. If the trade truly is a good trade, it will provide multiple entries. So on bigger picture setups, I don't need to get full size first. I'll let the trade try to play out and add to the position if it's working. Cut for a small loss if it doesn't. That's kind of my motto. Keep it simple, keep it nice, easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. Ama is going for high a day right now. SMX bouncing a little bit. Again, this is a pretty bearish daily chart in my opinion, so not really worth a watch. But these can get weird. They can get halty. They can turn into some strange trades. Ama said, just kidding. Just kidding. Kala holding up just fine. I like how Kala's holding. Just playing the patience game, trying to let my one good trade work out. I'm not going to add through pre-market highs. I don't like pre-market high ads generally, but generally speaking, working out really well so far. Going to wait for more consolidation. I'd love to see this thing go to like $2. I think $2 is super realistic. But again, patience, time will tell. 1 second. All right. We back. Your voice is better than Tim Bowen's. Thank you. I'm assuming that's who you mean by Tebow. But what do I know? I know not a lot. FTEL, QTTB being weird. I don't love that. I think under that low there, and we're probably what's that low? 981. Yeah, well, then 971 is the halt level. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably pretty dead after that low a day, if I had to guess. But I mean, again, it never fake broke out over highs. Or did it? I don't know. Can't tell. SMX pretty aggressive bounce back, bouncing back kind of right into our open price. Halt up level is $50. It's trying to halt up right now as we speak. Probably not a terrible short, honestly. QTTB dumping. Fake pre-market high break so far. FTEL held up. Kala, beautiful. Working out kind of to a T. No ad on this yet. I don't really have an ad plan. I just want to kind of wait and see how this tries to set up more than anything. And then we've got Sky Q moving. This might be worth watching for fun. Broke that low, halting down, at least trying to halt down. Throw up Sky Q for fun. SKYQ. Oh my lord, who's messaging me? Mute. Kala, chillin', FTEL. I'm getting rid of that. That's garbage. QTTB. I'll watch it for fun, but AMA halted down. SMX halted up. Sky Q. So Sky Q is kind of just running right into resistance right now, to be honest with you. So not my favorite, but we'll see. I mean, it could set up, but got a pretty big resistance level at 52 cents, which so far it's kind of playing off of to a T. Yeah. It's probably a no-go. Kala, a little bit of a fake 145 break there so far, but we just tapped a pretty key 150 level. So again, patience on this is everything. Just let these trades play out, guys. No need to be a hero. QTTB 560s now. Golly. 570s just about. Oh, I already hit 570s. Well, what do I know? What do I know? I'll tell you, the patience game is a fun one to play. Oh, shoot. I will be right back. I forgot something. 1 second. All right. W buy. I don't like W buy. Weird action. That's going to be a no from me, big dog. Kala, really nice. So here's the thing. There's a justification for a 150 ad moving the risk to 133. I think it's a little too early for that. That's not my cup of tea necessarily. But it's not the worst idea. Not the worst. I just don't think I'm not ready to do that. If we got another test against there, though, 135, and then we curl back around, I'd be more open to it. QTTB, though, I was wrong on just about every level, so there's that. Interesting, the halt levels on AHMA aren't really dropping that much. The unhalt levels at 951. That's interesting. Definitely interesting. I should say it's not interesting. Yeah. SMX about to unhalt. I'll watch this for fun. But again, no trade on it. There's a very doubtful a long idea on this works. Opened up at 51. Yeah. Pretty doubtful. AMA opening up here in just a moment. See, that's interesting that it didn't open down from that halt. You would think a breakdown into a halt would be very bearish, and it's holding up pretty darn well. Yeah, I mean, that is interesting. That is very interesting. That breakdown, I would suspect, would send that thing plummeting. And it didn't. SMX broke over high a day. See if this is a trap. I mean, if this goes green, man, you got short sellers wrangled. It's a very, I think, unlikely scenario. But if it happens, and by the way, green is up around $60. Well, I do think it's unlikely. That would be a very interesting trade. That'd be a very interesting trade. Honestly, through high a day. Also, very interesting trade because you just trapped a lot of shorts on that breakdown right there that we're expecting that unhalt probably to open in like the 8s. Instead, we're just ripping through. This, again, it's a wide risk trade. There's no news. if we try to start halting, halt level is at 1107 right now. 1160 is the high at daybreak, roughly 1169. I would now try that. It'd be a very wide risk play. I'd be risking low a day down here in the 950s, but $2 a share. I do think that could go to 20. This is a fresh daily chart. I think it's got shorts wrangled through high a day. I think shorts are completely trapped through high a day. So I would definitely consider it. How's Calla doing? Calla's chilling. I'm still not. I'm going to be a little less aggressive on this one. I don't trust that 134 risk level. I really don't trust that at all. See an APUS pop up. Let me put this on a different chart. No, that's nothing. That ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string. Lobo? Ama. Looking juicy. I might try to buy into a halt on this one if the halt level is underneath high a day. Because I think if we start halting up under high a day, I think shorts are really scared. I think shorts are very scared on that. And I could just see that getting really freaking saucy. Yeah, don't need huge size on it, because I think if it works, there's like a 5-to-1 risk reward scenario. I doubt I'd add into that. I think it would probably just get very halty. I don't love that there's no news. I do like that it's a low float. I do like it's trading 18 million shares so far, so it's rotating float pretty well. I think one more little fake breakdown here, tap to 10 and rip through 11. That would be a pretty attractive look. They'll look really cute. There's the dip. Calla consolidating really nicely. If we got like a fake trend breakdown and then recovery through 150, I'm much more likely to add. So if we get like a 140 tap, a 139, and we curl back, yeah. Now we're talking. Then we're talking. We're playing. We're cooking with some fire, so they say. QCTB looks good too. Ama, though, listen, that's the one that I am, I think, most intrigued by currently outside of Calla. I like being intrigued. I like when a stock intrigues me. It's ETS. I have a feeling nothing. What's the daily like? Me. I'll keep it up just in case it does something. It's not the worst daily chart for a bounce, but very low volume so far. All right, fake breakdown and then a rip, a rip through 150s. Yeah. Oh, Ama, I might buy through 11. At this rate, a breakout of that high right here, 1089, 1090. I'd probably consider it. Actually, I would absolutely consider it. I will probably take a starter through. All right, I just took a starter there at 1095. I'll look to add through that high a day, risking low a day, which is, I believe, 950. how fun does it want to get? You know, how much fun do we want to have? Oh, and the halt level right now is at high a day. Oh boy, oh boy. Oops. Yeah, I'll look to add that through high a day. Filled. What? I didn't get filled. Yes, I got filled. All right. Come on, halt up, 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 bang, 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 halt up, halt up, halt up, halt up, halt up. I think we're halted. I think shorts are twisted. I think shorts are twisted. Woo! Yeah. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. My new average is $11 and call it $11.30. How's Kala? Oh, Kala's breaking down. That's why. Well, I guess it never actually broke out. If we can dip off, if we can bounce off here, I mean, I'll add again 20 cents of risk again. Well, let's hope one of these works. I want something to work. I'd like to sell a little bit of AMA into pre-market highs, like around $13 if we can get there. Just for a little bit of protection, because again, this I just would not be surprised to see this like 1149 is the real low, or 949 rather. Good to know. 948 would be a stop. Well, we got 3 minutes for it on halts, so we'll just chill here for a few. How do you find stock halt levels? Again, different brokers have access to that. You need specialty brokers for it. That's why I just let you guys know what those halt levels are. What was your thesis for the AMA trade? I would highly encourage you to go back and watch earlier in this video. As it was halting down, I already kind of covered this whole thing. I'm not going to re-explain it again just because I need to focus on the trade. If you want the thesis on it, go back to when it was halting down about 10, 15 minutes ago. QTTB, fake breakout. Yeah, that is a fake breakout. Under 540 is probably done. What's that? 542. All right, we got about 1 minute left before we unhalt. A minute and a half. I think best case scenario for this, like I think we just like rocket into another halt level. Unhalt level is now showing 1240. 1240. Yeah, I think like best case is we just confirm that shorts are trapped. We just rip stick into another halt. And then look to start taking profits into the next unhalt. That would be like my ideal scenario. We'll see. I don't know what the halt levels are going to be yet. I would imagine in the 13s. That'd be my guess. Unhalt showing 1270s now. Nice. 1275. Got 30 seconds left. 1273. Okay, 1270s. Let's hope it stays in the 1270s. It's dropping. 1250s. That's still fine. I think if we open over 1250, that's a pretty strong sign. That's roughly $1 a share away. And I would imagine the next halt levels in the 13s. I don't know yet. 10 seconds, folks. 10 seconds. Like I said, I'll look to take some profit into the $13 area. 1280s. Let's get it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double halt. Oh, baby. Double halt. Saucy. Real saucy. Nice. I like a double halt. Oh, the halt level's dropping now. Now we're going down to the 1220s. But we don't really know until closer to open. Man, if this thing opened in the 13s, this is like your A+ day one gapper short squeeze, in my opinion. I'm going to say that. And it's going to open down and I'm going to get stopped out. But it's a worthy try regardless. I don't really care what happens. Again, I got my risk level. I'm sized in, accounting for a little bit of slippage because the float's low, but you've got just a pre-market trapper. This thing just never gave shorts it never even gave them light. They had no clue what hit them until it was too late. Because it never gave a dip to get out. The thing just rocket, grind back up, grind back up, grind back up. Then you have two key things, in my opinion. Two very key things. First of all, we got our first pre-market support breakdown. Instantly back to new highs. Halt down. Then we break low day. This right here, by all accounts, should send this thing tanking. But it didn't. Instead, we instantly hold. We got this little fake dip and then just straight halt into highs. Shorts are screwed. Shorts should be screwed. So I like it for an attempt. I like it for this attempt a lot. And again, if it stops me out, it stops me out. Because I think this could go to 20. There's no real resistance on the chart is half the thing. That's why it's also so enticing. Generally, these types of charts are pretty bearish, but it's a very fresh chart by all accounts, right? So we're halted right now, but previous all-time highs was 750, right? We're almost 100% over that level, with no real resistance by volume. Shorts who've gotten just tangled up all morning. I love it. I love it. And it's a low float. And on top of all of that, right, the market has just been so cool for so long, not hot. It's been pretty cold. The market's been pretty cold, to be completely honest with you. This has been the last couple of weeks, November sucked. November was a really hard market. If you were green in November, give yourself a little pat on the back, because a lot of the best traders that I know were red in November. Most of the best traders I know were red in November. So if you were green, give yourself a pat on the back. November was a very hard month. But the reason I say that is because I think shorts have just gotten so comfortable with things not running more than 30 or 40% that they're getting so excited seeing something like this right now until they realize they're screwed. And that leads to one of two things. It leads to panic covering, or it leads to some people panic covering, and it leads to others going, it's going to come back down. Add. And all of a sudden, it doesn't come back down. And we already saw this sign of strength with SMX, albeit a little bit lower volume, felt a little bit more manipulated. It didn't squeeze. I know this is going to sound crazy because it ran to 75 from $5. It didn't run as aggressively as I would have thought. There was no blow-off candle anywhere. There wasn't a blow-off volume candle at highs like I would have expected a real short squeeze to see. So I think we're in need of one that's like a short seller has that, what I'm going to call, pardon my French, if you've got kids around, put on your headphones. But what I call that oh shit moment, where it's like, I am so screwed right now. And you just get this mass blow up. We just haven't seen that yet. SMX was a grind of a blow up. We haven't had that blow up. You know what I mean? 1280 is currently 1288. 13. Oh, baby. It is getting saucy in here. 13 is currently the unhalt level. I'll look to take a little bit of profits. Anything really above like 1250 at this point. 5 seconds. I'll look to take about a quarter off into this first open if we get around 13. Yep. Out a quarter. Out half at 14. Try to get a halt up. 14.17 is our new halt level. All right, let's try to ride it. I've got a good locked in good profits there. Now just going to try to ride the rest. Try to ride the rest of 20. That was a really nice 1-to-1, easy, predictable scalp trade. QTTB breaking down completely, by the way. Not looking great. Couldn't get that halt up, but 1478 is our new halt level. We're not that far away from it. So yeah, let's hope we can get it here. Let's hope we can get, did I get stopped out of Cala? Yeah, I did. It's all right. Sudite, again, small size on that one to start. That's why the best trade should offer multiple entries. And if it doesn't work, we keep the loss small. I'm not going to get too convicted too early. Ama, 1478. You can do it. I believe in you. Someone's got to, right? Someone's got to believe in you. Type AHMA in the chat if you locked in or took AHMA with me there. If you had a nice trade, type AHMA in the chat. Even if you didn't take it with me and you had a better entry than I did. Or if you're just learning here, type learning. Type learning. Not everyone needs, you should be hitting good trades, right? You should be hitting good trades. But amazing. Seeing some Amas. Woo! Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice work, fellas. And lady fellas. And we got some learnings. And we got some learnings in the chat. Awesome. 1478 is the halt level. 1478. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, go. We're so close. We're so close. Now 1493. Taking off a little bit more there, 1480 something, 1485. 1517 is the new halt level. Come on. Yeah, listen. So today, took a small loss on Cala. Unfortunate, but it's sometimes just the way the cookie crumbles. Small loss on Cala. Fortunately, have more than made up for it with Ama. So really great start to the day despite a stop out there. And again, that's part of trading. And I also think this is why it's so important to be able to have multiple trading accounts. Being able to take multiple trades throughout the day, being over the PDT. Because here's the truth. Cala was a great setup and it didn't work. Was a great setup and it did work, right? The trading is a game of probabilities at the end of the day. And I'm no mathematician. I'm really bad at stats, but I do know this. Something could have every single green flag checked for it. All right. And the trade still doesn't work. It's just how trading goes. So being able to take more than one trade if there are multiple good setups throughout the day, it's okay to lose small on one if you're able to take nice wins on the next. I mean, again, AMA in from the 11s, like we're talking about right now, we're basically at a 2-to-1 risk reward trade already, right? In just a couple of minutes. Being able to be in a position where you can take multiple trades, I think is a huge advantage, especially when the market gets hot. Because the worst thing is getting stopped out of one trade that looked good. Again, I'm not mad about the Cala trade. Not mad about that at all. And I'm certainly not going to sit here and say that, you know, today was perfect, right? Took a loss. But being able to then negate that small loss with a bigger win is so important when the market's hot. Because even when the market's hot, you're going to get good trades that don't work. But you are going to also get good trades that work great. So much better than even expected. Again, my plan here is $20 for the remainder of my shares. And that's going to be awesome if we can get it. If not, already locked in a win on it. Going to be green on the day regardless at this point. So, you know, that's at least my idea, my understanding, my thoughts on, I think why it's important to have an account that is over the PDT when the market's hot. So keep that in mind. Guys, if you don't have Trade Funder, I'm going to make sure I'm going to share that link for you guys here real quick. We'll go over to that. We'll go over to that link here together in a few minutes. If you're on YouTube or Stocks, YouTube or Facebook, you'll have that link popping up right on your screen right over there in just a moment. But phenomenal day so far. Really hoping we can get a further push on AMA after this halt. I'd probably, like, realistically, I wouldn't be mad at selling in the 17s or 18s for the remainder of the shares that I've got. But yeah, really, really stoked with how today is going so far. QTTB, is this another fake breakdown here? Only time will tell. Current unhalt on AHMA. We got about 2 minutes left, a minute and a half. 2 minutes, call it. It's showing 1560s, 1517s, slowly rising, 1570s now. So good. It looks like we're going to be gapping up out of this halt, which is a good start, but we won't know until it's just like 10, 15 seconds away. SMX, unfortunately, not looking like we're going to go red to green, but it would have been fun. QTTB, if that was a fake breakdown, oh boy. Oh boy. We are in for some spicy action. SkyQ, nothing happened there. ETS, I'll keep it on for a few. We got about 40 seconds left until the unhalt. All right, 14 seconds. We're showing 1570 is the unhalt level, 1580 now. I'm going to look to sell more through 16 if we can spike into that. Yep. Out a little bit more there at $16. I don't love that candle. But I don't have I've got about a quarter of my size left. So I'm out most, but still, I mean, if this continues to work, this will be a phenomenal trade still. There we go. Come on. 1717 is the new unhalt level on AMA. $17 now. I'm going to try to stay really patient here. If we get under pre-market highs at this point, I'll I'll probably just look to sell the remainder, lock in a small win on the remainder of the shares. But great trade so far. I've got no complaints here. Very happy with how today's turned out. Just going to try to let it play out. Already locked in. Good profits. Don't need to be a hero. But I certainly don't want to be a zero either, you know. Do you know why Trade Funder won't let me trade AMA? Yeah, so Trade Funder does have volume requirements for some trades. Again, this is why I also say I think it's also good to have multiple brokers if you can. Yeah, they're not going to let you trade every stock. It's a very fresh chart. So it needs a relative volume requirement, which isn't much, but AMA is such a fresh chart that it didn't really have any relative volume data. So this is why, again, for those of you guys that might have like a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 account right now that you're trading with, I'm not going to tell you what you should do, but I can tell you what I would do. What I'd do is take out $800 from that account, throw it into Trade Funder. So now I've got a large account that I can trade over PDT. And now I can take trades that aren't available on Trade Funder in that smaller sub PDT account still. Because again, the truth is you're probably not going to get more than 3 trades a week that aren't tradable on Trade Funder. At least in my experience, most stocks are. But not every stock is going to be. So this is why I do have multiple brokers. Is Cala turning around, by the way? Cala's back in the 130s. Aw, snap. Woo! Amma! 17 is the new halt level. 30 cents away, 20 cents away, 5 cents away, 40 cents away. Almost. Amma! 17. Come on, we're so close. These short sellers want pain. They want pain. They just want to keep shorting this thing into the ground, man. They don't like it. 1734, the new halt level. $17.34 is the next halt level. I don't know if that changed from last time, but I figured I'd re-say it. I do have to get going in a couple of minutes, though, guys, unfortunately. So going to just have to probably let the rest of this trade play out without me. I've got just a couple of minutes left. I have to hop on to another webinar inside of the Daily Income Trader system. For those guys in DIT, you know where to find me. If you don't, just go to the website, go to the university, and you'll see my live stream pop up. I don't like that. Failed high at daybreak there. Failed halt up. I'm going to get out the remainder there at $15. I'm just going to lock in the profits. Keep it simple. Keep it easy. If it halts up again, great, but it's still a great trade, and I literally have no reason to complain. Came pretty close to my $20 prayer, but not quite. Again, this could very well still work. What I see, though, as a fake high day break that fake halted up and could not do anything. I'm probably just being a little piker, getting out early here because, again, by all accounts, the trade is still over every single level. that it should be. And honestly, now a breakout over this high here, shorts are truly trapped once again. So I shouldn't be out. I'm not going to retake the trade. I already locked in good profits on it. I'm up really nicely on the day. But I'm definitely being a piker. I'm just not following my own plan to a T. But guys, phenomenal day today. Phenomenal trades. Like great opportunities really across the board. I'm stoked that you guys got to see, again, both a winner and a loser. But the winner made up for the loser like multiple fold. Because again, one, you got to understand sizing is everything. I know they say size doesn't matter, but that's not in the market. So sizing, now I will say, right, size matters, but it doesn't need to be big size. Kind of the opposite of what you might think in the real world, gentlemen. What I mean to say is that you got to understand how to size for different setups. So for multi-day setups, I like to take smaller size to start. Like let's say I normally risk $1,000 on a trade, every trade. Well, guess what? On my starter on a multi-day setup, I might risk like $250, right? Because I'm expecting to be able to add into that trade if it works. I want to let it prove itself first though. And Kala didn't really prove itself to me. It never gave that second add. Now maybe on the second add, I not only add to the position size, maybe now I'm risking $500 or even $1,000 on that low. So maybe I'm tripling or even quadrupling my size as I get confirmation, right? But again, that level to me was not nearly as strong as that AHMA level because of everything that I had mentioned. Shorts were just completely trapped. We didn't really have that level of trappy action on Kala quite yet. The more trapped shorts get, the better the setup becomes for me. The more money I'm willing to risk on my first attempt. So sizing really is everything. And understanding that is where you're going to start making big gains, I think, once you understand which setups are your best setups. But what I was also saying is I think this is super important in a market like we're seeing right now, is making sure you have the ability to frequently trade. All right? Making sure that you've got the ability to get in and out of trades with ease when the market's hot. There are a lot of movers today. There are phenomenal movers. We have AHMA. We've got QTTB. We've got, what else was running today? Kala Tribe. I mean, even, again, SMX didn't end up offering a trade, but like, if it did, I would have wanted to be ready for that too. So being prepared for different trades throughout the day is super important as the market gets hot. And guys, if you were not prepared today, make sure you click that link on your screen that I'm dropping in the chat right now. Almost dropping in the chat. This is for Trade Funder. This is the reason that I'm doing this stream here with you guys, is because Trade Funder has partnered with Stocks to Trade. Stocks to Trade is the channel that you're watching on right now. We're a trading education company. We've been around for over 10 years now, I believe 2015. But an amazing group of traders have come up through this community. I am one of them. Matt Monaco is one of them. We've got millionaire traders that have come up through learning how to trade through Stocks to Trade. Trade Funder is partnering with Stocks to Trade because they're a prop firm. They're giving you access to trading capital. So that way you can actually go out and take trades with a real account that's over the PDT. This is a $25,000 account to start with $100,000 worth of buying power, worth of margin. Now, prop firms, the way that they work, guys, is if you make money, they make money. So it's in their best interest for you to make money, and this is why I'm here with you. To ideally put you in front of the best stocks, show you guys how this works day in and day out, and make sure again, this is a profession where a lot of traders lose. They say 90% of traders lose. Some say more, some say less. But the point being is that most traders don't make it. What I want to do is show you guys how profitable traders do it on a consistent basis. And it's not by being a genius. It really is just by avoiding the crap stocks, by avoiding the stocks that would generally lead to losses for you, and then making sure that your risk to reward lines up with profitable trading standards, right? So anyways, I say all this because Trade Funder is looking to find, even if it's just a couple of traders that really crush it. They think that being here with Stocks to Trade can help increase their odds. And so that means that you actually get a great deal with Trade Funder. Normally it's $1,400 plus a $99 platform fee to sign up for Trade Funder. With this discounted link that I've dropped on your screen, that is a $600 discount. It's going to be $800 plus a $99 platform fee, which if you think about it is literally a steal. You're getting access to a 25K account. Now, there are risk management rules in place. They're not just going to let you blow up that entire trading account. I'm sure you can understand why. Instead, they're going to give you $1,000 worth of daily risk, which I don't have enough time to go through each and every rule here. But listen, if you're not consistent yet, you don't need to go out there risking hundreds of dollars a trade. Really, what I would do and what I did when I was first learning to trade was I would risk like $10 a trade, right? Actually, I'd risk $2 a trade to be completely fair, but I would risk really small so that I could learn the process the right way, right? And then as I became profitable, I was able to increase the position sizes that I was taking. And that's when things for me got really fun. That's when I was able to really start making big progress in my trading because I got to learn by losing small. You don't need to even come anywhere near this. Guys, you got to think of it this way. If you risk $10 a trade, they're going to give you $3,750 worth of total drawdown before they shut off your account. That would be like losing 375 straight trades, which is statistically almost impossible. So if you keep your risk small and learn how to do it the right way, or if you're already consistent and you just need a bigger account, I wish I had access to Trade Funder when I first got started trading. I think this would have made a massive game changer, or would have been a massive game changer for me in my trading. I think it can be for you guys too. So anyways, I don't have enough time to keep talking about this here, but you've got the link on your screen. Go ahead, click on that link. It's going to bring you right over to this page. You can read through the rules, the requirements, and all that. Again, there's not really requirements, just making sure that you're here to do this in the, you're not like a home run hitter. You're someone that wants to do this consistently, day in and day out. You don't need to trade every day, by the way. You don't have to trade every single day. You can go a month without trading if you'd like. The account will still be there as long as you got that platform fee paid off. 80-20 profit split. If you make 10 grand, you're keeping $8,000 of it. What you do with that money is completely up to you, to be completely honest. If you want to make enough money so that you can get your account over the PDT and then be done with Trade Funder, sure. They're obviously looking for traders that want to be there for the long haul, because once you start proving consistency, they'll reach out to you and ask if you want an even bigger account. I know traders in Trade Funder that are trading with very large accounts. We had someone reach out to us in the YouTube chat here that said they got access to a $100,000 account. And I know traders that are trading with millions of dollars in Trade Funder. That's when you can really make this go from trying to make income to making wealth. Again, the upside is completely unlimited. The sky is the limit. Your total risk is $800 plus that $99 platform fee. So I highly encourage you to check out the link if you're somebody that's looking to do this for the long haul. Be a consistent trader, but maybe you need access to more capital. Maybe the ability to freely trade with small risk would significantly help your learning process. It did for me. But whatever the case, go click on that link, check it out. Make sure that you are prepared, right? Make sure that you are prepared for the next trades. Do you need to pay tax on your profits? Listen, I am no tax expert, but if you are making money, the U.S. government is going to tax you if you live in the U.S. All right, doesn't matter how you're making money. So yeah, it's generally the way trading works, like a 1099. But again, I'm no tax expert. Consult your tax person. Can you short with Trade Funder? You can short easy to borrow trades with Trade Funder for sure. Yes, you can't short hard to borrow. It's not. I wouldn't call it like a short selling account, but QTTB is easy to borrow today. That's a trade that could be shorted on Trade Funder. Anyways, guys, I got to get going. I got like 2 minutes before my next webinar. So, ladies and gents, click on that link in the chat. If you have any additional questions for Trade Funder, click on the link, go to the bottom of the screen and just email support@tradefunder.com. They'll get back to you literally in minutes. Okay. All right, guys, take it easy. I will catch you guys back here tomorrow. Peace, everyone.